You've seen test cases, have you? Yeah, you've seen a lot of test cases. Automated tests, the same thing. It's all checklists. It's like a recipe. Here are the ingredients. You put them in the bowl in this order and they then heat the oven to 180 degrees and then you have a mud cake. Just in case you're auntie, you don't have a mud cake because you fail every time when you try to bake something. But anyways, most of us tend to get some kind of results out of baking, and the recipes are there for a reason because they produce predictable outcomes, don't they?
Would it be that you apply exploratory baking?
Yeah, I think I might do that, and I love the idea of automation there. I actually went to a hotel where they had this automated device. When you push the button, it dropped dough onto the tray and it made waffles automatically. It was like a robot of making waffles. I was amazed. I ate 8 waffles and felt sick afterwards. But that was so amazing. It was the first time when I actually succeeded in creating waffles. but anyways, the checking part is like highly structured work, and it can be measured as well. And that's why management wants us as testers or developers who sometimes do testing and have a testing hat occasionally in their head. They want us to do this because it's predictable, it's measurable, it feels somehow controlled. It's not the work of the cowboys. Everything is in place. It's like a building of Lego bricks. And then there is the hunting part. And this is the part where we get lost into the forest. It's like a formless cloud. And you can't quite grasp it. And that is the reason why I say that if we need and if we want to do this bug hunting thing, that's something that we actually need if we want to do really good products. We need both of these. For example, if you have, like I know you guys have like a huge amount of different combinations of devices and platforms that the software runs on, you know. There might be a really good, actually I know there is a really good reason to deploy automation a lot. But at the same time, the automation is something that tends to produce the results that you seek. The confidence and the information that it still works as the way as we designed the automated tests. Automation always gives you the information about how you designed the automation. And then it mirrors, it's like the second level information about how the software actually works.
Luckily, our forest grows a lot of berries, so this part is all automated.
Yeah, so you have a bucket full of berries and you're never frustrated, I can imagine. Yeah. So this is where I suggest deploying automation. And at the same time, we need to deploy part of our time to actually hunting, getting the berries out of the forest before we send out the software to our customers, before we ship it out. And this part of work, if you want structure for that kind of work, you could, for example, structure it by time boxing. How you actually build a context for this cloud in a way that you can actually explain it to your managers and your peers and your clients. So these both are actually structurable activities. The only way that we don't actually know how to structure the exploratory testing part.
Well, if I may.
Yeah, sure.
Coming to the measurable part. Something like a decade, I mean literal decade ago, I read a book that was written, I think, in 50s or 60s, and it was about software testing. Yes, they had software then, it was pretty different software at the time. And the thing was that the main point of the writer was that there are always bugs in the software. I mean, the software always has some sort of flaws in it. No matter how well you test it, how well you write it, there will be something.
Yeah.
And the testing session should always end up finding bugs. But the point is that if you end the session and say that, okay, we found these 10 bugs after huge amount of effort, we managed to find 10 bugs. It wasn't easy. I mean, first time we tested, we found them in 1 day. Now it took us a week. And in addition to that, all of the bugs are like things that this rectangle should be a bit more to the left, and that button should actually be highlighted. Stuff that, well, we can live with that. Then you know that yes, now the software is in a good quality.
Yeah.
The problems are small, but the thing is, you can always demand that bugs must be found. There has to be found something.
Yeah. If you start with an assumption that there will be bugs that we find, I'm pretty confident that you will find bugs. If you start with that assumption. So our assumptions bias the outcome that we get. I've been doing coding myself as well. I developed 60 applications, for example, and that was really hard doing on C, C++, I think. But anyways, I did my part of coding as well. And even though you make a perfect module of software, you code it perfectly, there are always dependencies that you don't have control over that might cause something to fail later.
Yeah. And even if you could control the whole software, the hardware that you run it on might have a bug.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There are hardware-related bugs, interface-related bugs. There are even compiler-related bugs. So even though you do a perfect job as a developer, there still will be bugs to be found.